All right, guys, what's happening? What's happening? It is Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. And this morning is kind of a continuation from the last episode. Yesterday we talked about taking the jump. And today I wanted to continue that conversation or expand on that conversation and say, if not now, then when? What are you waiting for? And so I know that sometimes when we have these realizations of what we should be doing or, what we've been holding off doing, sometimes it seems like, I'll get all these things in the right place and then I'll take the jump. We're going to unpack this morning why it is a bad idea to delay those types of decisions. Let's get started. It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up. What's happening, guys? Happy Tuesday to you. And this morning, as I mentioned in the opening, but I'll mention it again here, we're going to have a continuation of yesterday's conversation. So yesterday we talked about, taking the jump of, whatever it is that you've been waiting on, being willing to take that jump, being willing to make that move. And, being willing to make that move is definitely an important step. But when you make that move is also critically important. And so I wanted to unpack that for you guys this morning because I got a handful of messages yesterday from people saying that they're ready to take the jump and that they're in the process of taking the jump. And but some of them, kind of alluded to they were going to wait until everything kind of lined up properly. And so I wanted to make sure that message was clear, that waiting until things are lined up properly is a bad idea. And there's a few reasons why. Number one is that nothing will ever line up properly. It will never be exactly the way that you want it to. And the second reason is momentum is everything in life. Enthusiasm is everything in life. And so when you do it, when you are most enthusiastic, when you're most focused, when you're most motivated to create success, it is critically important for you to take the move when the time is right, and the time is now. We're going to unpack that in some detail this morning, those 2 bullet points there. But first, as always, I want to say good morning to some folks. What's happening? Daniel Good, Ryan Austin, good morning to you. Gary, good morning. Sharif, Ed, Steve, David Martin, Scott Rhodes, what's happening? Vicky Everett, good morning to you. Thank you guys for sharing the episodes. Thank you guys for tagging people, sending people over to the podcast. I really appreciate it, man. The numbers continue to climb in downloads and views, etc., week over week, month over month, all the time. And so I really appreciate the help and support there. Introducing people to this show is what makes it grow. And so I see Ryan Austin tagged a friend of ours in the comments today. And that is how it works, guys. People get introduced to the show, and then we continue to grow the community and grow the listeners and viewers that come and watch this show, and hopefully have an impact on people's lives and the people that they are around as well. So, and good morning, Tammy, Clark, and Rick. Good morning to you guys, and thanks for being here. So the time is now, guys. If not now, when? When we think of these things that we need to do in our lives, many times we're looking for the right time. We're looking for the right situation. We're looking for things to line up exactly the way that we want them to. And the truth is, guys, it never works that way. The same is true in business. The most uncomfortable decisions in business are when you have to jump forward, when you have to take that jump to the next step. Maybe when you have to hire some employees. And you're not quite ready yet, right? But you can anticipate being ready. But you have that thought of, what if this doesn't work? What if this is too soon? What if I'm spending money that I shouldn't be spending? What if I'm taking this job when really I should stay at the one that I have? Everybody, guys, is going to have those thoughts. Everybody is going to be challenged by that process of change. Change is not normal for anybody. It is a constant in our lives, but for some reason, it's never really normalized. And so when you have these thoughts, these dreams that you want to pursue, I want you guys to realize very clearly that it will never be the right time. And it will never feel like in any specific moment, the path is going to be easy. So I want you to unwire that in your mind and think about, what does it actually take to make the jump? Well, it takes courage. It takes faith. It takes belief in yourself. It takes resources and connections. It takes those people that are going to encourage you when you probably can't even encourage yourself. And so how do you find those people? That's the next question. How do you find those people? Well, I was lucky enough to marry one. I was lucky enough to surround myself in business with those people that probably believe in me more than I believe in myself at times. Same is true in reverse, though. I believe in them more than they believe in themselves a lot of times. And groups like the people that watch and listen to this show. Groups that are online that you can become part of, that become like family to you. Groups like the sweatshirt that I'm wearing, Top Contractor School. That's a group that exists within the construction industry. And I can tell you this, the people that are part of Top Contractor School, it's not because I own the company. They are better for being part of it. Not just better contractors, but better people, better husbands, better wives, better fathers, and better mothers. And so never wait for the time to be right. Find your tribe and move. Find your support system and go now, not later, but right now. Start making those moves, because to the second point that I made earlier, momentum is everything. The belief that you have in yourself is never higher than the moment that you recognize what it is that you're supposed to do. When you realize what it is that you're supposed to do, that dream that you had that you've never chased, that dream that you believe in your heart of hearts is possible for you to achieve, the time to take action towards that dream is now. Because once you start to get a taste of the momentum and that dream, you can kind of feel it getting a little closer to you. That momentum that builds will take you anywhere you want to go in life. I'm living proof of it. When I finally got the courage to take the jump, I put myself in that scenario that success was the only option. Had 3 children at home, a wife that stayed home raising them. And so for me, winning was the only option. Losing was not even in my mind. I was going to do whatever it took. 16 hours a day, 18 hours a day. There have been days that we spent in the field that, we probably worked 20 hours, slept for a few hours, and got back after it. But I was able to do that because I believed in what we were going to do. I could taste the dream that I had my whole life to create what I was about to create. I could taste it because I took the jump. I was in that reality and I didn't wait. When I recognized that it was now or never, that was the right time for me to make that move, and that I was surrounded by the right people to enable me to do it, I didn't hesitate, and I never, ever left my foot off the gas once I made the move. To this day, 3.5+ years later, still haven't left my foot off the gas. In fact, I was just texting with someone this morning. Both of our lives have changed significantly since 2018, 2019. And I texted him back and said, yeah, we're a lot. And he said, imagine what's going to happen in the next 5 years. And I said, yeah, because we're a lot smarter than we were back then when we started too, right? It's a compounding effect. So just remember, guys, the only thing that is stopping you from grasping that dream that you have is your courage and the faith, as Vicky just said in the comments, the faith that you have to start, the faith in yourself, the faith that God will guide you to the right place, The faith that the people around you will give you the energy to keep you going. They will believe in you. And by the way, that resistance, those people that don't believe in you, that's motivation too. When you think about the opposition, when you think about the resistance, when you think about those things that try to stop you in life, those things should be incredibly motivating to you. Those people that have doubted me along the way should get Christmas cards from me every year, because in the back of my mind, it's incredible the motivation that I can pull from that. Every time someone doubts me, I think to myself, just sit back and watch. Grab your popcorn and watch, because we're about to put on a show. That resistance can be motivation to you. But when you have the right people, when you have the right dream, when you have the right heart, and you have the right vision of where you're supposed to go, the time to move, guys, is right now. It's right now. Make the change while your heart is full of that dream. Call the people that you need to call. Reach out to them. Connect with them. Ask them the right questions. Ask them if they'll help you. Ask them if they'll mentor you. There's tons of people in the world, guys, that want to help. Nothing fires me up more than watching someone achieve their dream. Nothing. There's nothing in this world than watching somebody do something that at some point in their life they didn't think was possible. But the time to do it is right now. If you wait, that dream, that motivation, all the energy that you have, it gets a little further away. And that distance creates doubt. But when that dream is on your heart, man, when you know in your gut that it's time for you to move, you know in your heart, you know in your gut, don't deny that, man. Don't deny that. That feeling you have in your heart, that feeling you have in your gut, it was put there by your Creator to guide you in the direction of what you're supposed to be doing. Whatever that is for you, whatever that dream is for you. Maybe it's the same dream that you had when you were a little boy or a little girl. Go chase it, man. You get one life. You get one life here. And when you said, my man Anthony Hart just said it in the comments here, just say yes and watch what God will do for you. Watch God surround you with the right people and the right resources to make it happen. It's happened to me. Many of you have been watching for several years while it has been happening to me. The people that have been placed in my life, I mean, incredible, man. Just incredible. But it's because I had faith. I believed in myself. I believed in what I was put here to do. I believed that what I was put here to do was greater than what I was doing several years ago. I believed that the impact I was supposed to make was bigger, that the message I had inside of me needed to be heard by people. That's why I started doing this show. And because of all of you guys, that's another dream that came true. Hundreds of thousands of people have listened to this show of me waking up in the morning, having something inside of me to share. But because God placed all of you in my life, hundreds of thousands of people get to hear it. That incredible? So what is it that's sitting on your heart, that's sitting in your life that you haven't taken action on? And I ask you the question, if not now, then when? When's the time going to be right? After Christmas? After Thanksgiving? January 1st, 2022? All of that is just stories that you tell yourself. the time to take action. It doesn't have to be just some crazy, massive action. It's called stepping into your dreams. Take a step. Taking one step is what faith looks like. People ask me all the time about my faith. How did you get to the point that you're at in your faith? It took me till 35 years old to find that. And from 35 years old to 42 years old, I joke around and say I've never known what I was doing. I just kept putting one foot in front of the other. And I let God guide my walk. And man, has it been magical. It's been incredible. And it can be incredible for you too. You just have to have the faith, the courage, self-confidence, the belief in yourself, and the courage. If you don't have the courage, you can borrow it from somebody else until you develop it, to get started, to take that first step, to take one action today that gets you a little closer to what it is you're supposed to be doing. When you do that, you start to feel that momentum. You can feel the energy that's built from the resistance that the world gives you when you start. Allow that energy to motivate you. Allow that resistance to motivate you, to create the energy necessary to make everything that you ever wanted a reality. That's it for me this morning, guys. Happy Tuesday to you. I hope you guys have an awesome day. If you got any value out of this, or you think somebody in your life or somebody that's connected to you on social media or somebody out there needs to hear this, please share it out. If you're listening on podcast, please click that share button and send it to one friend. If you haven't left a review for this show on iTunes or Spotify or wherever it is that you listen, please do that. It helps us reach more people. If you're over on YouTube, man, leave some comments. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Send the channel to some other people. We're posting videos there every single day. And way more to come on the content side there. That's it for today, guys. I hope this message hit one person today. I hope that one person takes a step in the right direction from listening to this. And I can't tell you how much it means to spend the morning with you guys this morning. And every single morning means the world to me. And I can't believe it's 423 times already. It seems like yesterday that this was just an idea and just something that I had on my heart. But I'll remind you guys, I was willing to turn the camera on, and I was willing to start talking into it when there was nobody listening. So what does that look like for you today? Turn your own camera on, activate that microphone, and step into it. You'll be amazing. You'll be amazed by what God does for you. Have a great day, guys. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, same place, same time, right here on Morning.